We will look at two schools and how they use new technology and how they fall short of the technology gap by seeing what two teachers of each school had to say about technology in their classrooms. Mrs. Oakes is the English department chair for Valley Central High School in Montgomery, New York, and Mrs. Faulkner is a special ed science teacher at South Ocean Avenue Middle School in Patchogue, New York. Valley Central High School is keeping up with the technology curve. The English department has smart boards in all but 2 classrooms. They have 15 iPods and 3 Kindles. Laptops are also available and used. Mrs. Oakes says she uses the Smart Notebook program in her class and that all teachers are told to use the vocabulary program in class. The largest problem she faces is motivating teachers to actually learn and use what's available to them. The iPods are mainly used for books on tape for auditory learners. She also said podcasts and iTunes University is sparingly used in class. Kindles, which are portable electronic books, are used for impaired students. They are good because they can enlarge the text and students can read along while the Kindle reads to them. The 15 iPods and 3 Kindles were won by a grant. There is also a full rack of laptops used for each research unit in every English class. Although there is wireless internet in the school, connectivity is spotty and frustrating to students who are used to fast internet connections at home. They also use a program called My Access, which is a web-based program that scores student writing. Because it is expensive, costing $18 a student, it is only used for the 9th grade students who need the most work on grammar. At South Ocean Middle School, Mrs. Faulkner said that the school isn't what it used to be technologically. She said 21 years ago the school was the top of its class in technology. They had 2 computer labs in each school and were expected to use computers daily for communication and teaching purposes. Within the past 10 years, she says technology has fallen by the wayside due to lack of funds and foolish spending. The school is now down to 1 computer lab, and Mrs. Faulkner only has 1 ancient computer to do menial tasks like attendance. Recently, the district took away the license for a scholastic reading program that Mrs. Faulkner has found extremely helpful with her students. She assumes that since the district had to pay per student, like My Access at Valley Central, they cut it due to costs. Foolish spending is another problem. Recently, the school gave iPhones, which range in price from $100 to $300 to gym teachers so they can take attendance outside on the field. They are also giving all teachers Mac computers when Mrs. Faulkner believes they should concentrate on making the school wireless so teachers can bring in their own laptops to use. There is still hope for South Ocean to become the tech-savvy school it once was. Mrs. Faulkner says an incoming grant will give the school money for wireless internet and smart boards. Currently, they only have 1 smart board in the entire school on a trial basis. These are only 2 examples of schools coping with the ever-growing and changing field of technology and what it means in the classroom. As teachers, it is our job to apply new technologies for teaching purposes.